Right, today we have the FiiO Warmer R2R DAC, courtesy of Red Ape. Thank you, Mr. Edwin, for sending over this unit for me to have a look. This has been the latest stock of on the internet that FiiO has come up with an R2R DAC, which costs no more than 1,700 ringgit. So, without any further ado, let's have a look at what's in this DAC. Right, it's come with a very simple packaging. I think it's pretty nice, nothing too fancy. So here you have the quick start guide with some instructions, do's and don'ts, simple instructions as to what you're getting. Now it's quite interesting that FiiO has come up with this nice DAC. Okay, let's look at the accessories first. You have your standard power cable. There is a spare fuse. And everybody is going with USB-C now, so what you have here is a USB-A to USB-C connector. That's about it for accessories that it comes with. Okay, here's the DAC. It's a really nice looking DAC which has a tube buffer stage. You have your instruction manual. They call it a quick start guide. Simple instructions. Interesting. Okay. It's even in Thai. Not bad. Right. Now let's have a look at the DAC. It's got a good weight, quite a few kilograms. Nice heft. Look at the VU meters. It's so nice with the orange background. I think it looks great. So here is the FiiO Warmer DAC. It's an R2R DAC, but it has a tube buffer stage. The tube buffer stage runs on 4 pieces of 6922 tubes, or also E88CC or ECC88 as the European designation for it goes. From what I've seen on the internet, they come with stock JJ tubes, but I will be doing some tube rolling as I do have some mullet equivalent, Norse mullet, and my friend Raman has been kind enough to send me a load of E88CC, ECC88 tubes that's coming, good Norse tubes by Telefunken and all, and Philips. So let's see what happens when we tube roll. And fortunately, he's also sending me 4 Genelex tubes, so at least I can run the Genelex as a quad set, and then I will play around with those pair of tubes, and I gotta still wait for confirmation as to what is the tube configuration, because there's 4 tubes, so I want to know which channel is running on which position of the tubes. So here you go, a nice retro looking half width DAC, and it's very simple. It's just a simple DAC. There is no volume control whatsoever, so this runs purely as a DAC only. And you have your input selector, power switch. At the back, you have the USB-C input, optical, with option of which version of the optical that you want. It's also got coaxial in. Then there is also here no oversampling or oversampling, and just a simple unbalanced output with a balanced output. Nothing much to it. It's kept very simple. So, okay, let's see what the specifications are as they say online. Well, FiiO says it's an R2R DAC with a tube buffer stage with 4 JJ Electronics E88cc tubes. The idea of putting tubes in is to give it that tubiness, the warmth that you have from tubes. So will it really sound that tubey? I don't know. We'll find out soon when we start tube rolling it. Or is it just another marketing, gimmick that people are doing nowadays, reaching back to the good old tube days? Of course, you have the non-oversampling and oversampling mode. Now, this comes with a low noise toroidal linear power supply inside a 46 watt low noise power supply. So connectivity, we have already talked about the connectivity. You have your USB-C, optical and coaxial digital inputs. Then, of course, with your analog outputs of XLR balanced and RCA unbalanced. Now, looking at this unit, it's gonna be really wonderful that you can own an R2R DAC, that looks great at just below 1,700 ringgit. For those who want to do a desktop setup, you can just connect this to your computer, and from this goes to a powered speaker or even an amplifier and passive speakers. I believe it's really affordable. From what I've been reading online and seeing on YouTube reviews, this has a lot of potential at the price. Some do say it is not that detailed, but again, with tube rolling, with the Telefunken NOS tubes and also the Philips E188cc tubes, it will give you more detail. Now, if you want to keep it warm, more liquid, I believe the mullet equivalent tubes, NOS mullet equivalent tubes will be great to give you that warm sound. If you want more detail, like I said, the Telefunkens will work really great, or even Genelecs. Now, Genelecs tubes are very trustworthy for modern production tubes. I believe the value for money, yes, but they are still, slightly above your standard tubes that's coming out from China, or even, JJ tubes. With Genelecs, you have more density to the tone. Right, what else? So, for those of you who want to have a bit of, retro feel with the meters, and also, have the ability to tube roll, I think this will be a very interesting DAC to look at. Now, this DAC is available at 𝑅ED Audio, so you can always give them a call. Only one thing about this, having 4 tubes is not cheap. Genelecs tubes will cost you roughly about 300 ringgit each. So when you start rolling 4 tubes, you're talking about 1,200 now. At 1,200, you're hitting about 2/3 the price of this DAC. If you're looking at NOS tubes, a pair of good NOS tubes will set you back almost 1,000 ringgit, 800 to 1,200 a pair. So if you want to use a pair of them in the voltage gain stage of the tube, it's fine, but you're talking about 1,200. Now, to roll 4 tubes with those good NOS tubes, you're running at 2,400, which is now almost 50% more than the cost of this DAC itself. But then again, if it's really good, why not? Why not? Well, okay, so that's it for the unboxing of the FiiO. Looks like this is a very nice R2R DAC, which is affordable rather than something like this, the MSB, which costs a lot more. So let me put this together and run it in. Once it's burned in, let's benchmark this against something like the MSB, which costs a lot more, and let's see where this stands against the MSB. But based on the feedback from reviewers on YouTube and even the written reviews, this baby has got high value for money. Okay then, so we'll be back again when I've run this in, and let's see where this goes. So thank you for your time, and let's wait for the full review. Thank you.